This is Yoni Kuivka.
And I'm Michelangelo Schwab-Tholomew.
We're here from Eugene News Network. Here at the Black Sheep Gathering, there's lots of alpacas and goats and Angora bunnies and sheep and men with really long hair and beards.
I'm really excited about checking it out. I always kind of felt like I was the black sheep of the family. A lot of people would say, Mike, are you adopted? And, you know, I had a darker skin, darker hair for the most part, everybody. So I feel like I'm out of a special connection to this place. I'm going to kind of fit in here being kind of thought of as the black sheep.
Apparently there is a black sheep rising. It's an uprising.
Really?
They have a black sheep spokes sheep.
I had no idea. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get an interview with the black sheep himself.
I'm excited about going in. You ready?
I am too. Let's go do this.
All right, let's check this out.
Ba ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, and 1 for the...
So I'm here with Robin, alpaca breeder at the Black Sheep Festival, and she seems to be having lovely female generations of llamas, alpacas. Would you tell me about your generations?
Sure. With alpacas, we try to improve their fiber characteristics as well as their conformation, so their body shape. So we have a lady over here, a lovely female alpaca named Mystique, who's a little long of body. So when we tried to improve her fiber and her conformation, we bred her and we got her daughter, Chandani. And then with Chandani, we had a few things we wanted to improve, so we bred her to a very nice male. And then we have her daughter, Amalaki, who they're all named after trees. And so I do that in my alpaca names. I pick a theme and I go with it. And so we try to improve our fiber. We try to get more fiber packed on a more compact animal. They call it truer to the Wakaya type. I raise Wakayas, which are the warm and fuzzies. And so every time we breed, we make some selections based on what we'd like to see expressed through the fine genetics, the fiber, and their body type.
So how long have you been doing this?
I got started in 2008.
Wow. And it seems to me, looking at her eyes, that they're very gentle creatures. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're very smart and they're very peaceful. They really seem to have a sense of what's going on. I think in pictures around them, and a lot of times when I plan things for the barn or somebody needs to travel over here or I'm taking them away for breeding, I picture in my mind where I want them to be, and I open the door and everybody has kindly arranged themselves to where I'd like them to be. So that's kind of interesting to me to see that evolve over the years, that they really are intuitive. They're very gentle creatures, and I think they're very elegant. They have a very old soul feeling to them.
So there's an intuitive connection between you and them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Speaking to you, looking at you, you have a very soft quality about yourself. It sounds like there's a real sense of spirituality around raising alpacas.
Absolutely, it's my soul job. It's the one thing I do just purely for the pleasure of it, you know? I think we do a lot of things in life because we're supposed to, or to earn income, or, you know, alpacas I really treat as a business. But I really enjoy going down to the barn in the mornings and everybody's chewing cud and they kind of smell like the mix between a warm dog and a cinnamon bun, so they smell kind of good. They're very clean, and everybody sort of has this rhythm in the mornings that they have where we, you know, everybody gets up and we feed them and we clean the stalls and we give them fresh water, and everybody has community in the morning. It's a really nice way to start my day before I, you know, put on grown-up clothes and go off to work.
Right. So you bring down your coffee, they provide the scent of cinnamon bun, and it's just all around a lovely way to start the day.
Way to start the morning.
Are you standing in the food trough to prevent the other goat from getting any food?
Yeah, he's mad that the other ones have been eating too much.
There is a territorial dispute right here. There's no reason for infighting. See, they're very reasonable. All you have to do is talk to them about their behavior, and they immediately calm down and don't fight anymore. Do you have a degree in the goat language?
In the goat, I guess.
And I hear they have a political agenda where they would like large pastures and regular shearing.
Yes, they do. They love to be shorn. They love their blackberries.
And was it difficult to learn goat?
No, just watch them.
And I understand their horns have an actual function. It dissipates heat.
Yes, they use their horns to cool themselves and to groom themselves. My vet said don't even think about taking them off. That could be very bad for them. They'll overheat, they'll get their mohair caught in their teeth, have a difficult time eating. They might even pull their front teeth out if you take their horns off. They're pretty flexible. They can reach all the way around, lift up their legs.
Do your goats do yoga?
I haven't seen that, but sometimes it's interesting with the way they're stretched around.
She's got a linguistics degree in goat. What school was this?
I don't know, school of goat.
I'm here with Henry Horns, one of the longest horned goats here. I understand that you're the leader of the goat resistance movement. Oh, yeah, actually, he says he's incognito and he would really rather not discuss political issues. So have you raised this sheep from a baby?
This is actually an Angora goat.
It's an Angora goat. Oh, did you okay?
We have a herd of about 100 in Montana.
Ah,
Yeah.
and when do they get sheared?
We shear them about twice a year. She's only 4 months old. It's really unusual for a goat to be born 10 pounds, but she weighed 10 pounds when she was born, and she almost died. I rescued her from...
How did you rescue her?
Well, she was born in the morning, and normally they're all born in the afternoons, but I went out to check as usual in the morning. She was laying there almost dead in the mud, so I grabbed her and raced inside, and we gave her a hot bath, and she revived. So normally they weigh about 4.5 or 5 pounds when they're born.
10. Can you speak goat?
Ask her.
Is she able to understand you when you articulate?
Goats can generally understand, I would say they can understand over 50 words.
Did you know that you were going to be a movie star? Have you always known that your goat was going to be famous?
Well, she's from a really good buck, so yeah, she probably will be famous.
So does she do tricks?
Play dead, roll over.
I
Tricks?
haven't trained her to do tricks, no. She's
You can.
Yeah, you can teach them to jump up and, you can teach them a lot of things.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. I am here with some Whitaker goats. Unfortunately, because of the gentrification of the wit, these goats are being sold into slavery. How do you feel about that?
Or nose wiggling, that represents, or that means something, right?
It must be some form of communication, yes. But as you'll notice, all the goats here in the wit are gone dread. They're all Rastafarian goats. And with the legalization of their sacred plant, some of them are very upset that they have to leave Eugene.
What do you want? When do you want it?
Can we help free these goats from slavery? I mean, something we can
Is
do.
there anything we can do on a grassroots level to prevent the sale into slavery of the Eugene goats? Yes.
Maybe we need to take these guys or communicate with them in some sort of anonymous
Yes.
thing. You know?
Yes. We're easy to contact. Eugene News Network. You just ask for Yoni or Mike, and we will help you out. This is our representative of the Oreo goat. She apparently works for Nabisco. Was your haircut forced, or did you choose this haircut?
That's the standard,
Apparently, yes. It's a yes. It was a vote. So this particular goat is sporting the new fashion in goat shearing, the poodle cut. As you can see, the legs are really fluffy, the chin is really fluffy, and the rest of it is tightly shorn.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was an intentional haircut or if the hair stylist just got tired and had to go or something. But
No, I'm reasonably certain that this is what the goat preferred. Yeah, this is her good side. You can see really her dreads pretty well this way. Are you interested in going to see the Marley Brothers when they perform? So I'm standing here with Sally, and she is a spinner, and I also understand that she is a goat interpreter.
I do my best, yes. Let's see. Fergus, how are you this morning? Oh, that was just a general hello. And he probably sees another goat, would be my guess.
So have they spoken to you about the political agenda of goats?
Well, they're quite liberal, I'm happy to say. But
That's wonderful.
yes, and large pastures, I would say, and regular shearings.
Large pastures and regular shearings is what their list of demands.
Blackberries would be a nice, but they're realists. They know they can't have everything.
That is wonderful. I think that their political agenda will go forward because they're being very reasonable. So we have the national foremost sheep interpreter. She is here for the political convention of the Black Sheep Advancement. Do you have any comments on it?
Well, I've always been considered a black sheep myself, so I do relate to them well. And I do raise black sheep, so, the years of working with them helps understand them.
So they all trust you through association?
I won't go that far, but yeah, I try to be good enough to them to be trusted.
Our own reporter, Michelangelo Schwab-Tholomew, is also the black sheep of his family.
See, there's a lot of us out there. And actually, my hairdresser recently asked me if I would allow her to poodle cut one of my sheep. I'm a little skeptical, but
I would say you should let her do it.
yeah, really, and maybe I'll get a break on my hair work.
And she said previously that she was an equal opportunity shepherdess. She not only has black sheep, but brown sheep also.
And a few white sheep, that you can't get all colored ones, so yeah, I love them all.
Do they get along?
Yes, they do. They do. And the boys especially don't hold it against the girls what color they are at all.
Oh, interracial dating in the sheep population. That is wonderful news.
Yeah, they're not prejudiced at all.
I wish humans would catch up.
Exactly. They could learn a few things. Huh? Bah. Hello. Saying hello to you. Yeah. Or perhaps feed me. That's the normal refrain. That's the thing they say to me the most often. They can just finish eating and you walk by again and they want more. The girls are really very sweet. Most of mine know their names, and my favorites want to come up to the fence and go nose to nose. So
that's adorable. But can you tell what they're saying? They seem to be having a discussion.
Yeah, and it may be friends that have been separated by a few pens, and they're flock animals. They want to be together. Oh, and those BFLs, they're kind of brainy. They can come out with some real profound statements sometimes. But
Okay, so this is an alpaca, and we have here an alpaca interpreter. How did you learn how to speak alpaca?
I just spent a lot of time with him.
So you didn't go to a formal training?
No formal training for alpacas. No, just spending time with them, and you get to figure out what they need and what they want. They tell you.
Official job title is alpacaist?
I'm the barn manager.
Barn manager.
Yeah.
I understand that the goats are putting together a political campaign to dread. They would all like to go because the Bob Marley's sons are coming to
Really?
Eugene. Yes.
Oh, they are. I didn't know that.
So the goats over there from Eugene have dreaded out, and they've started a political campaign, Free the Goats.
I see that. They look very dreaded. Yeah, they do. There's a few dreaded alpacas actually too.
So it's a popular trend,
It is.
dreading.
It's catching on.
Is this a young lady or a gentleman?
She's about 7. Yeah.
Ma'am, I really enjoy your haircut. Did you ask the stylist to do it that way? Oh, apparently that's private information. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Festival with the alpacas, we have just discovered that they are actually spiritual healers. They are matriarchal and they hum to each other. They communicate through humming, and that hum is what vibrates through the human being and creates healing. It has been a very, very unique experience to stand here and feel the humming of these beautiful girls, mother and daughter. And my heart currently is so light and at peace. I would recommend to everyone out there that you seek alpaca healing. Mike, why are you stressed?
We got to get somewhere in 30 minutes, and all hell's gonna break loose.
And I don't think we're going to be able to make it.
Sure what's gonna.
Would you two be willing to participate in a short experiment?
whatever. It's got to be real fast.
It's got to be fast because we got to
Come
go.
on.
So we have here with us today spiritual alpaca healing. I would like for you to put down everything you have in your hands. And then I would like for you to step over there and put...
Come on, speed up, speed up.
I understand. Put your hands right here on the fence, close your eyes, and start breathing deeply.
Yeah, it's me.
Breathe deeply. You will be breathing in. Close your eyes, Mike.
Waste of time.
Close your eyes, Mike. Breathe.
Whatever.
And begin to listen for the hum. You're listening for the alpaca hum. The hum is increasing and intensifying. It is moving through your body into your heart. Your heart is settling. Can you feel the vibrations?
Actually, it feels really good.
Can you feel the hum?
Oh, it's wonderful.
What is it saying to you, Nancy?
Everything is going to be all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the miracle of the alpaca humming healing. We have taken two stressed out human beings, always on the go, and created a state of absolute grace and love.
It saves so much money on psychotherapy.
Look at the smiles on your faces.
The day is so much brighter and so much lovely. I love everything around here.
I do too. I love
It
alpaca.
smells actually quite pleasant all of a sudden.
Yeah, like cinnamon.
So we are here at the Black Sheep Festival investigating the newest fashions. As we can see here, the summer fashions for this year are moving into the earth tones. We have the very, very light sort of canvasy beige all the way towards the more grayish brown. And there does not seem to be a particular trend in what kind of sheep is choosing what this year. We have noticed that the oranges and anything in green and blue seem to be long gone. Now, what's fascinating about the fashions this year is sort of the bibby look that you get that tend to have a different color. Now, that is a new addition to sheep fashion. Okay. So here we have some examples of what I would consider a middle of the road, good quality sort of sheep sportswear. We are currently not seeing any sheep sprouting their fancy auction pick-me type almost ball gown tuxedo wear, but that will come out later today for the main auction. Furthermore, the length is shrinking. We're seeing more leg, which is sort of par for the course. Fashion shrink and get long depending on the sexual nature of sheep society, which sort of can take us directly into talking about sheep sexuality. I learned today from a very, very wise sheep herder that female sheep has vaginal lips just like women. However, they do not present themselves until the sheep is actually fertile. We did have a very, very good view before. Unfortunately, the sheep did not want to be filmed. Along with these presented very, very plump and pink vaginal lips, we get a scent of pheromones that attract the male sheep. How one could possibly smell it over the stench of all this feces, that is the mystery. So we have spotted here in this pen a very unfortunate lost sheep that does not seem to be reading the fashion magazines. What we are seeing there are the very quite dirty red tones from about 10 years ago. This is the hipster pen. Welcome to the urban look. It is the prison look that seems to be dominating the hipster trends this year. In the back we have the very unique hipster punkish haircut.
Dyed his hair, huh?
He dyed his hair, definitely, and the green stripes signify that he belongs to the punkish sheep tribe, and they are known for their fantastic ba rap.
Okay.
Check it out. You can find it on Spotify. In front we have a little bit toned down with the orange and brown stripe. It's a little more mellow, not quite as hard, doesn't have the same punch, and we don't see the dyed hair. Still, however, I would consider it the urban style, the prison look. Wales, I think actually he is also one of the punk bar rappers. He just maybe has his outfit out for cleaning and must be wearing something relaxing. We are very excited. There's going to be a concert later today after the main auction where they will be performing their new Ba Punk number called Ba Ram You and You Too. In terms of this year's accessories, we are seeing larger bags, we're seeing high quality bags, we are seeing sort of urban, almost combat look carabiners, hooks, that adds a little bit of a hard edge to the softer bag. We have a very high-end bag over here. They have decided to go with a more Scottish pattern, but have picked a pink and red, which again sort of says, I am Anna Rose and I can walk down Rodeo Drive and hold my own. Furthermore, jewelry. Jewelry this year, another important sheep accessory. We see only one ear pierced, but 2 earrings in 1 ear, and numbers are playing a very, very, very big role in this year's accessory. Zeros particular seem to be what many jewelry sheep designers are now gravitating towards. Sort of the infinite belonging, we're all connected sheep movement has been manifesting itself in this year's jewelry. So we're very, very excited to see what the sheep movement can do as a whole, united as they now stand by jewelry, handbags, and fashion.
Go for it.
So this is the actual black sheep.
Who's the black sheep? What's the black sheep? No, not who I am or when I'm coming, so you sleep.
You say they're part of the NAACS.
Yes, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored Sheep. He's a political organizer and a national figure.
What's he generally do in this position?
He is a negotiator between the alpacas, the sheeps, and the goats. He is a spokesperson in Congress. He travels internationally to promote the understanding and advancement and acceptance of this wonderful species. And this is the white sheep representative. They enjoy quite a privileged life. Oh, did you hear that?
Disagreement.
This sheep was not particularly excited. Oh, yes, we understand that, sir. Apparently we've disgruntled this sheep. So this particular farm has doing a new trend where they are tie-dyeing the alpacas themselves. Generally you would shear an alpaca and dye the fleece, but this particular farm is cutting to the chase and tie-dyeing their alpacas.
They're getting ready for the country fair?
They are getting ready for the country fair. There's been going to be a wonderful alpaca representation in the parade.
Weird that they don't move at all. They just stay in that.
These particular don't want. They're brand new tie-dyes, so they don't want to move too much, or they'll smear. Yeah, they don't want to smear.
Stay still for a while.
Unfortunately, Michelangelo Schwab-Tholomew has disappeared. He's highly influenced by what happened at the Black Sheep gathering. In fact, our microphone has morphed in. Oh my gosh, Mike. Oh, he's turned into a goat. Mike? So I understand that you're a student of alpaca. Can you speak fluent alpaca yet?
No.
So you're just starting your training?
Yes.
And how did you get into an alpaca interpretation?
I don't know.
It was a pretty easy job, pretty easy to get that job?
Yes.
Are you considering a career in alpaca?
Yeah.
What are you most interested in the alpaca culture?
I don't know.
Do you think they're beautiful?
Yes.
I certainly think they're beautiful. Which is your favorite color?
White.
You like the white alpacas, and you?
and gray.
You like the red ones? This is a beautiful specimen over here of a red alpaca. Well, it's wonderful to see young people taking an interest in a much maligned group of individuals that deserve their rights. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for interviewing. So we got Mike back because he went through some alpaca therapy with our therapist here. I had a wonderful time at the Black Sheep Gathering.
I had a lovely time at the Black Sheep Gathering, and my investigative reporting really paid off this year. The knowledge of the alpaca humming therapy is going to change this world.
I agree with that.
Yes, it was very powerful. I'm glad that we went through that. Much appreciated for you to introduce us to that. It was awesome.
It would have been very difficult for Mike to continue his career with those horns.
Indeed, I went through that little state of mind. I mean, I started to transition a little bit, but it feels good to be back. But I'm kind of glad I went through that. It was a growth experience, and I saw the world differently. And so now I'm back to normal.
But with that state of oneness with other four-legged beings.
Indeed.
Yeah, you can feel them now in a different way.
Oh yeah, a real special connection.
Yes. Now, about the unity movement, do you feel you will be supporting the Zero Sheep unity movement that has been rising and growing?
I'm excited about that, actually. I understand the movement now. Before I kind of blew it off, but now I think there's a lot to it. I'm looking into it.
I wasn't even going to go to the Marley concert, but since all the Angora goats are going to go, I think I want to go.
I will be joining too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
all
I'm
with their
very
dreadlocks,
inspired.
and that's wonderful.
Yes.
It's wonderful that they can come.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this was an amazing day. I'm a changed man between the spiritual movement and the experience as an animal. I love this world even more now. It's an amazing
wonderful.
place and
It
amazing
is.
existence.
And the fashion this year.
The fashion was
this
to
year
die
was
for.
to die
outfits.
for.
All right, well, it was a
Well,
great,
see you
great
next
day.
time.
See you next time.
Take it easy,
Signing
guys.
off.
Hello, and here we have Jerry Oyazan.
Okay, so I'll start off with Tina Turner singing her rendition of Bar Bar Black Sheep. All right, here we go.
Bar, bar, black sheep. We're having a war. Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. A free back spoon. Oh, bar, bar. Oh, bar, bar.
I can also do Michael Jackson singing.
Black sheep. She's just a lamb who says that I am the one. But the sheep is not my son.
And for those John Farnham fans out there tonight.
He's in town at the moment. He could be listening.
You've never heard him sing Bar Bar Black Sheep,
No.
have you?
Bar, bar, black sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir. I've got 3 bags full. One for the master, and one is the loneliest number that you know. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know.
Kermit the Frog singing Bar Bar Black Sheep.
Why are there so many songs about black sheep? And what's on the other flock? Hey-oh, everybody, hey-oh.
And I'd just like to finish with a little bit of Aussie rock and roll from Midnight Oil singing Bar Bar Black Sheep.
Peter Garrett.
Okay.
All right.
Bar Bar Black Sheep, have you any wool? Any wool? Yes, sir, I've got 3 bags full. One for the master and one for the dame. And one for the little boy lives down the lane.